OpenAI says that ChatGPT-4, the biggest and most full AI model to date, is ready for prime time after months of tweaking and safety testing. GPT-4 adds to what GPT 3.5, OpenAI's most recently launched big language model, can do. GPT 3.5 is what makes the popular ChatGPT chatbot work. Most importantly, ChatGPT-4 is multimodal, which means it can see and for the first time accepts pictures and text as inputs. Images as input are now in research preview while OpenAI does more safety checks. Text is what comes out of the machine. Using the image-to-text feature of GPT-4, for instance, you could take a picture of your closet and then ask the system to make a packing plan for a trip. In the same way, the system can make a dinner meal based on a picture of the food in your fridge. Casual ChatGPT users who still use text entries for now may not notice that the platform has been upgraded to GPT-4, but in tests of thinking, GPT-4 does much better than its predecessor. The company says that GPT-4 scores in the 90th percentile, while GPT 3.5 barely made it through the universal bar test. GPT-4 does about the same on the LSAT, the SAT, and the GRE, but it doesn't pass AP English. In the past, AI systems have had trouble thinking, which requires them to understand common sense and the real world. Nick Ryder, an OpenAI research expert, says that people will likely see GPT-4 shine when it does things that were on the edge of what GPT 3.5 could do before. With enabling tasks, consistency can be very important for both businesses and consumers. GPT-4 technology is still not perfect, especially in ways that have annoyed opponents. OpenAI says that the algorithm is 40% more likely to give honest answers to prompts. This is a small gain. In the meantime, the startup says that attempts to better align GPT-4's safety performance with human values have led to a system that's 82% less likely to provide content that breaks OpenAI's rules. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, said on Twitter that GPT-4 is still flawed and still limited, as if he was expecting the company's critics. But safety researchers say that GPT-4 is now working well enough that a new set of safety decisions need to be made. Sandhini Agarwal, an OpenAI policy researcher, says that people might say that this model is probably right because it's right 80% of the time when it's used to do a certain job. However, this can cause people to depend too much on the model and almost make them trust it when they shouldn't. She and her co-workers are trying to figure out how to keep OpenAI's system up to date if users' standards change. GPT-4 shows up just as the AI wars are getting worse. Google said earlier this week that it would add more artificial intelligence features to its workspace software, which includes Gmail. Amazon is working with Hugging Face, an AI tool that stores open-source models, on a new project. Also, businesses continue to get money from investors. For example, Tome, a startup that uses AI to tell stories, got $43 million in Series B funding in February. OpenAI has been improving GPT, the large language model that drives ChatGPT, since it was first released in 2018 with 117 million parameters or calculation nodes. In 2019, GPT-2 will come out with 1.5 billion parameters, and in 2020, GPT-3 will come out with 175 billion parameters. OpenAI wouldn't say how many factors are in GPT-4. During training, AI models learn how to optimize their parameters, which serve as configuration factors. Researchers have shown that by adding factors to their models, they can make them smarter in general. GPT-4 will be accessible through the API and ChatGPT Plus, which is the paid form of ChatGPT. GPT-4 was made with the help of partners Duolingo and Khan Academy. It's focused on education, which OpenAI CTO Mira Murati said earlier this year was an area of interest. For example, Duolingo has made 2 new tools that use GPT-4, an AI conversation partner and a tool for figuring out what went wrong. The benefits will be part of a new, higher-priced subscription plan. Khan Academy plans to release a GPT-4-powered helper that can help both teachers and students. A poll of 2,000 U.S. teachers by the Walton Family Foundation found that half of them have tried ChatGPT and that 40% of them use it every week. Romy Drucker, who runs the foundation's education project, says that widespread learning loss has made it urgent to think of ways to improve teaching and learning for students. Our research shows very clearly that teachers need better tools and resources to meet this moment, which is why they were among the first to use ChatGPT. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more.